Hey everyone, this is naturalist James Anderson, and earlier today I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw this interesting diagram, and it's called the Shifting Baseline Syndrome, or known as SBS. And you can kind of see going from top 2020 modern times to 1800s. I'll kind of move out of the way. And as you can see, there's definitely a lot more biodiversity, a lot more plants, a lot more animals. And then you got in the middle section, the 1950s. So there's a little bit more trees and animals and plants and things like that. But basically, when I was reading it, it's just talking about that, unfortunately, our modern times, like the top layer there, that's just what we consider normal because that is what we grew up with. And we don't really take the appreciation of what we used to have. So if you know me, I do a lot of Ohio wildlife history content. And this is one map that shows about what we used to look like. All of those trees represent roughly about 1 million acres of forest. And we think we probably have somewhere roughly about 24 million acres, as you can see, primarily in the eastern, southeastern portion. And then northwestern Ohio would have been considered the Great Black Swamp. And a lot of parts of central Ohio, especially like where I work at in Marion County, we had a lot of prairie regions. And also, too, you can see a lot more animals. But the big thing that happened was obviously with settlers. We came in. We destroyed a lot of those natural landscapes, converted it to agricultures, settlement, things like that. So as you can see, this map definitely looks a lot different. Definitely not as many trees. Definitely the animal numbers went down dramatically. We had a lot of animals that got kicked out, but then we had some ones that kind of moved in or kind of more expanded the range, especially a lot of your open land species such as foxes and groundhogs, quail, things like that. But again, going back to this diagram, it's very important for us naturalists, environmental educators, whatever you like to consider yourself. It is important to tell the youth that, yes, this is what we have today, but this is what we used to have back then. And like I especially tell the kids in Marion County, Ohio, I say we'll never, ever be like we were in pre-settlement times. It's just, unfortunately, we have changed the landscape too much, too hard. There's just, unfortunately, a lot of things that will never come back, but we can always strive to do better. And we're just hoping, beyond 2020, hopefully it won't even look even more bare, with less insects and birds and plants and things like that. Again, it's our job to help educate and help promote, to create biodiversity, promoting native plants into our local properties, ecosystems. Those are just a couple of ways on how we can help our local environments. But again, it's just really interesting to think about, that we unfortunately consider what we see out in our area today is basically the new normal, or the shifting baseline syndrome, and compared to what it was, again, in those pre-settlement times. So what are your thoughts about this? Should we keep promoting, keep educating, or should we just admire what we have now and kind of skip what we had in the past? So let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.